What's up, everybody? It's me, Joey P, Joe Pizzapia, and welcome to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be about the running back bounce backs. We're going to give you 5 names that you need to give a second chance to in 2021. But before we get into the video, I want to thank the sponsor of the video today, and that is Reality Sports Online, a powerful fantasy sports platform where owners get to build and manage their fantasy team just like an NFL manager can. And if you like what you see over there, make sure you use the promo code FantasyPros to receive 10% off as a discount on your team or league today. Fantasy just got real at realitysportsonline.com. All right, it's time to start with the running backs, and let's start with number 5, Joe Mixon. The 2020 season was shaping up to be spectacular for Joe Mixon as the Bengals were entering the Joe Burrow era. In the first 6 weeks of the season, Mixon was RB9 in half PPR formats, but unfortunately, a foot ailment caused Mixon to miss the final 10 games of the season, causing a lot of folks to jump off the Joe Mixon train. The good news is, in 2021, there is no competition for carries here. This is Mixon's backfield. He's a 3-down back who can handle the passing game workload as well, and as long as that health holds true in 2021, he should finish as a top 10 running back in all formats this season. Number 4, Chris Carson. The Seattle Seahawks running back Chris Carson has yet to play a full season of 16 games. However, last year was very encouraging on a few fronts. In terms of his receiving ability, he actually matched his 2019 receptions mark of 37, but in just 12 games compared to 15 the year before. Chris Carson is the early down and probably late down running back in this offense. He's also coming off 2 previous seasons of over 1,000 yards rushing with a minimum of 7 rushing touchdowns. Chris Carson is the go-to back in Seattle, and coming back from free agency back to the team signals that he will be that again for the Seattle attack. Number 3, Clyde EdwardsHelaire. At the end of the first round of 2020, the Kansas City Chiefs selected Clyde EdwardsHelaire, and everyone got super excited. So much so that unfortunately the draft stock went through the roof, all the way from a value to a first-round pick, sometimes even top 6. Now, despite the stellar start to the season, Clyde EdwardsHelaire would only have 2 more games where he garnered 20-plus carries in 2020. On top of that, there were only 3 other weeks where he was an RB15 or better. When all is said and done, Clyde EdwardsHelaire concluded his rookie year as RB22, which was nowhere near that first-round grade. However, the Chiefs have done a remarkable job year over year of bolstering that offensive line, and when you consider the rest of the running backs on this roster, Clyde EdwardsHelaire is clearly the man. Right now, he's currently being taken as RB17, but he has far more upside for that, especially in PPR formats in this Chiefs offense. Number 2, Austin Ekeler. The Los Angeles Chargers running back suffered a hamstring injury and a knee injury early in the 2020 season. Ekeler would be placed on IR, costing him 6 games. In the last 3 weeks Ekeler played before his injuries occurred, he was RB8 with 17.3 fantasy points per week. The undrafted running back out of Western State would make his return in Week 12, where he caught 11 passes for 85 yards against the Buffalo Bills, and from weeks 12 to 17, Ekeler was RB8 again. That upside remains in 2021 as long as the health remains intact for this Los Angeles Chargers running back, and let's hope that more touchdowns are also in store for Ekeler this year. If that does occur, all of a sudden this top 8 running back could be top 5 material. Number 1, Saquon Barkley. From a talent perspective, Saquon Barkley is arguably the best running back in the NFL when he's on the field. Unfortunately, he hasn't been on the field much in the last 2 seasons, playing just 15 out of a possible 32 games. Last year, having that torn ACL put him out for the year, and has really hit his draft stock hard in 2021. Right now, he's coming at a value at RB9 overall on the board, and our projections here at Fantasy Pros have him for 266 rushing attempts with 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 56 receptions. But let's be honest, that is the base potential for Saquon Barkley, who could very well still end up as the RB1 overall by 2021 season's end. So there you have it, everybody. That was the 5 running backs to bounce back in 2021. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Fantasy Pros and click that little notifications bell as well. And don't forget to visit our friends at Reality Sports Online and use that promo code Fantasy Pros when you do. That'll do it for me, but the story of the game goes on. I'm Joe Pizzapia. We'll see you next time, kids.